Hello and welcome back to another video where today we will be going over everything we know so far about Metroid Dread. At the time of me recording this video, the only stuff that's been announced is the stuff that was at E3, so if you're watching this a little later on, then some of the things I say in this video may be outdated. To start off, I'm going to be looking at the stuff that Nintendo put up on their official Twitter page regarding the game. So we learn from these tweets that the dread in the title is actually referring to the threats that Samus will face while she's exploring the planet that the game is set on. Speaking of the planet, we now know that the planet is called ZDR, and Samus is sent there by the Galactic Federation to investigate a transmission. And then once she lands on the planet, she discovers that Emmy robots have gone rogue, and these are kind of like the main enemy Samus will face while she's on planet ZDR. Another tweet tells us that Emmys are ruthless machines, once specialised in capturing and extracting DNA from unknown creatures. They're made of a special material said to be the strongest in the universe, so much that Samus's attacks appear to have no effect on them. And if you've seen the Treehouse segment, I believe it's in the first part, you see that obviously when Samus uses either missiles or her normal attacks, they just bounce off, and after she fights a boss, she gets a special power-up that is a one-use attack, and it can be used to actually kill the Emmys. So we do know there is a way of killing and hurting the Emmys in the game. The tweets go on to state that Samus has got a new variety of moves. One of them is a slide that helps her get through tighter spaces to help her avoid Emmys hunting her down. Another one is a spider magnet, which she can use to attach to blue glowing walls in the environment, so she can climb up them to also avoid the Emmys and also get to secret locations that hold either health upgrades or missile upgrades. A feature returning from Metroid Samus Returns is the melee counter, but this time it has been incorporated into another move, which is a dash melee, which pretty much keeps your forward momentum and allows you to damage and kill smaller enemies while also keeping your forward momentum. In another tweet, they kind of say why the Galactic Federation sent Samus to planet ZDR, and it's because a transmission was sent from the planet indicating that the X-parasites still live. I believe the X-parasites are from Fusion, I believe. I haven't played any other Metroid games, and I'm kind of going semi-blind in because I want Dread to be my first Metroid game, but I have heard very good things about the series, so I am quite looking forward to see how Dread handles, because when it was announced, I know people on the internet were very, very happy, and I'm wondering how Dread will actually sell, because typically Metroid games don't sell too well. If we look back at Samus Returns, it didn't sell as much as Nintendo wanted it to. So hopefully Dread can reinvigorate and capture a new audience of Metroid fans. And their final tweet just says to keep an eye on their official Twitter pages as more information will be coming soon. And they also reiterate the release date, which is the 8th of October. Along with the announcement trailer and the Treehouse footage, they also revealed 2 editions for the game. The standard edition, the box art is kind of basic, but it shows Samus being watched and hunted by a group of Emmys. And the special edition, which is one that I ordered, comes with the game, which is a physical copy, a steelbook case, 5 holographic art cards which represent the games in this Metroid saga, and also a 190-page art book, which I believe goes through the history of the series. Alongside both these editions, they also announced a amiibo, which I've only seen it available as a double pack, but I'm not sure if you can buy them separately, and that is a Samus and an Emmy amiibo combo pack. Firstly, the Samus amiibo, you scan it to get an extra tank of energy straight away, and then you can scan it once per day to get you a health refill. And the Emmy amiibo works similarly, but instead of health, you get an extra missile plus tank, and then if you scan every day, you can refill your missile tanks. So some of you may be thinking, why was Metroid Dread so exciting when it was announced back at E3? And that's because it was a game that was originally supposed to come out on the DS in 2006, and it only ever appeared in, I think, a Nintendo magazine, but then of course it was quietly not discontinued. The game was just scrapped. And if you watch the director's interview for Dread, he says that the reason they stopped working on Dread was because he didn't think the hardware and technology at the time could fully achieve what he was looking for, and when the Switch came along, he thought, this is the hardware I want to make it on, so now we have Metroid Dread. But another big factor into why people thought Dread was going to come a lot sooner was in Metroid Prime 3. If you scanned something in the game, there was a report that said Metroid Project Dread is nearing completion, so that's kind of why people thought it was going to come out sooner than it did, and obviously it didn't. And another reason why this is such a big thing is because we haven't had a new 2D Metroid game in like 19 years, something like that. So it's a big deal, and that's why everyone kind of lost their mind when the trailer was released. And even though I'd never played a Metroid game myself personally, I got very excited because the trailer looks really good, and watching the Treehouse segments showed me even more excited about the game. And we don't have to wait that much longer either, as it got announced in June and the game is coming out in October, so that's not too long of a wait. But that's everything that we know so far. I'm not sure if I'll do another video before the game releases, unless there's like some more big stuff, as I feel like they've announced quite a lot already. And when the game releases, I'm going to do some video on it. I might do a review like I have with Metopia and Watch Dogs Legion Bloodlines, or I might do like a let's play, but do like hour-long videos, because I would love to stream the game, but as my Wi-Fi is really, really bad, I don't think I'd be able to handle it. But if I can figure out some way of streaming it, I'll try. But I do want to do some form of content on Dread, so stay tuned for more information. I'll probably put what I'm going to do on my Twitter close to the time, so all the links to my social media will be in the video description below. But that's all I have for this video. If you've liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.